totally honest, this is something I should have gotten myself into directly from the get-go. Get myself a camera saddle, and preferably one that's inflatable. This is called the Pump Sakk. To showcase it in all of its glory, this is exactly how it looks like when it's fully inflated. You actually want, prior to using it, deflate it just a tiny bit, because that way it actually gets a bit softer, and that way your camera settles itself better. And essentially what you're doing is you're crossbody carrying it, placing your camera down there. There we go. We're ready to shoot. And as a disclaimer, I'm not paid by Sakk Gear to make this video. This is not a paid advertisement. However, I did receive the Pump Sakk for free for making this video, but it was initially I who contacted them because this is something I definitely both need and I was curious about and decided to try. So all of these opinions in the video are purely my own. And to quickly showcase the results you can get with the Pump Sakk, here is a short scene with my friend Harry. Now that you have your camera set up on a top handle, just like this, it's actually rather fast to just place it there on the camera saddle, and just like that, you're ready to go. It transfers all of the weight from your arms, from your shoulders to your body. Now, if you want to increase the height, sure, just shorten the strap a bit. If you want to get lower, well, what you do is to just get down on your knees. And of course, you'll be adjusting the camera by hand, racking the focus. And then there's also the possibility of placing the Pump Sakk pretty much anywhere where you can imagine, and just place the camera down there and you've made yourself a tripod. And it also works on the ground where you just place it down there, and then like that when you want to get a down low angle like this. And then when you need to go, you can just put it up like this. And again, we're going handheld. And the camera saddle in its entirety is like this. So you have the saddle piece and then you have the strap. To showcase the features, here in the corner is the actual valve. It's an easy cap that's just unscrewed like this. And there you go. You can just blow into it to fill it up and just unscrew it a bit when you need to deflate it. Up front is essentially only the logo. On the very top here you can see are actually 4 loops in case you want to get creative. The strap is easily removed just like that and connected back again. And then it also has this kind of locks, so like that it stays nice and secure. And then on the right side there's actually a pocket this large, and if you just, as I do, prefer the NISI filters, this pouch will actually fit the NISI filter box just perfectly. It'll stay there. Or then in case you're Team Polar Pro, you're using their case, you can also slide that one in there. It fits perfectly fine. The second one is just beneath this piece of fabric. It's actually zipper closed, and it's all the way to the entire side, excluding this small segment here where the valve is. But yeah, this fits pretty much anything. And on the left side is also two different pockets. Both of them are closed or held closed by Velcro tabs, and both of them fit the same 82mm filter cases that I just showcased on the other side, plus a handle. The rear side is clean, without logo or anything. Now to the discussion that who is the Pump Sakk really made for, and I'd say honestly that it's for any videographer out there who is shooting handheld. Don't be confused, this is not a gimbal, you get way different results with this, the use case is totally different. Now, you don't need a hefty cine rig to justify yourself a purchase of a camera saddle. Now I mentioned in the intro I should have gotten it already years ago, even when I was shooting mainly on my Sony mirrorless cameras. Essentially, when you're shooting with cine glasses, none of those have image stabilization built into the glass, and especially when you're shooting anamorphics, you'll be turning off the IBIS in the camera, so there's absolutely zero stabilization. That means that you physically have to yourself get the stabilization. The build quality of this is something that seems impressive. I was inspecting pretty much all of the seams and the zippers, everything's just fine. So nothing to critique there. Also just the general rugged feel of it. I'm saying that this will withstand abuse. Now what if you puncture this accidentally? Now I haven't been talking to Zach Gear about this, but I'm going to jump to a conclusion. Deeming from how the valve looks and how it disassembles in part, this has to be user replaceable. Also on one side here was the zipper with the pouch, but on the other side, I didn't show this when we were outside, is that if you open up this zipper over here, there's actually direct access to the inflatable part. This has to be user replaceable. Now, since this is kind of an apples to oranges comparison, I initially didn't want to talk about it. Will the Pump Sakk be able to replace a trusty gimbal? To which the answer is kind of yes and no. Depending on your use case, the clear winner in terms for budget will always be the camera saddle. Now, yes, you can get some gimbals for cheap, but then we're not talking about gimbals that are capable for this kind of weight. This would equal that you're looking into the RS3 Pro series, RS4 Pro, and so on. Now, followingly, the camera saddle allows for insane versatility to go from handheld to using the camera saddle to back to handheld without adjusting your rig or camera setup at all. Whilst using the gimbal means that you would be assembling and disassembling the top handle, the V-mounts, the monitors, and so on. Yeah, the use case is totally different. However, in case you want to have these hyper movements, these swooshy car automotive cinematics, then yeah, a gimbal and a light mirrorless setup is the way to go. A different tool for different job. Editor Andreas here. A use case I realized is that in case you're covering an outdoor event, a concert or so, where you might be surprised by snow or rain, well, then the Pump Sakk will have you covered compared to a gimbal or so, which is not weatherproof. As a conclusion, I'm confident to say that if I would have had the Pump Sakk when I filmed the video Overkill Creator Travel Backpack video, this one would have made it to that list. So go watch that video up next. Anyway, thanks for riding fences with me today, and I'll catch you next time. See ya!